Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again for this week's 15-minute class. Today we're going to do a really lovely slow flow that's all completely mat based. So we can stay lying down or sitting down. You may want to grab a block or a book or some pillows, just something you can prop yourself up with. Anything else that you like to make yourself comfy at the end of a practice, grab that, maybe a blanket, and we're going to get started. So first we're just going to come to a comfortable seated position. So this can be cross-legged like me, up on your knees. If that's uncomfortable, remember you can always prop yourself up on a cushion, anything that will make this kind of position comfortable for your body. So coming to your easy seated position, we're just going to start as usual with our normal breathing. So breathing deeply in through your nose, filling your belly with air, expanding, and blowing out gently through your mouth. In through the nose, exhale through the mouth, slowing everything down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and maybe just making the exhale a little bit longer. One more time. Inhale and exhale, releasing everything out. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to start with some gentle neck movements, looking over to the right, forward, left, forward, right, forward, left, forward. Noticing if your shoulders are feeling tight, trying to drop them down as you're doing this, looking to the right, forward, left, forward. Then we're just going to nod, looking down, forward, looking up, forward, down, forward, and up. And coming back to neutral, maybe just rolling side to side, loosening up your jaw, rolling your head side to side, articulating your spine, and coming back to center. Okay, so staying in your comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you, we're going to do a couple of cat-cows, but not in the traditional sense. We're going to do them in this seated position. So bringing your hands to your knees wherever they are. As you inhale, you're going to push onto your knees and pull your chest forward. So just like you're in your normal cat-cow, broadening through your collarbones. Gently looking up towards the sky, shoulders pinching down. As you exhale, just rolling back onto your hip bones, tucking under the pelvis, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, arching forwards. Exhale, rounding. And you can do this faster or slower than me, whatever feels the most comfortable, whatever feels good for you today. In and out through the nose. On your next exhale, just coming back to your neutral position, coming to seated. And from here, we're going to start to warm up the sides of the body. We're just going to come into a brief side stretch. Taking your right hand, walking it gently out to the right hand side, keeping your left hip anchored down to the floor, and bringing your left arm up towards the sky, rotating your chest upwards and looking over towards your fingers. If that feels good, stay there. If you've got a little bit more space, you can start to bring your forearm down to the floor, start to bring your left arm over your head. Main thing here is anchoring that left hip down. You don't want it coming up like this. So if you feel like coming this, you've gone too far with your hand. And back up through centre, repeating to the other side, walking the left fingertips out, right arm up towards the sky, rotating the chest. Staying here or starting to lower that left arm, right arm over the ear, creating loads of space between each bone in that right rib. And pushing yourself back up to centre, nice and neutral again. You can roll your head from side to side, get out any kinks, and back to centre. Okay, so now we're going to come down to a laying position. So just gently bring yourself down onto your back, rolling down gently, bringing your knees into your chest, holding onto your knees and just rocking gently side to side, massaging your lower back. Bring your hands to your knees and start to circle. Switching to the other way, breathing deeply, loosening everything up. So coming back to the middle, open your arms out like goalposts, put them on the floor, and this should help to open your chest, expand your ribs, and letting your knees fall gently over to the left hand side. If this feels like too much of a stretch down your right side, you can prop your knees up onto a pillow or a couple of blocks. Looking over your right shoulder, nice gentle twist. Coming back to centre, gently lifting your legs back up. I'm just going to have to move over to that side for space reasons. But from here, letting your knees fall over to the other side. This time looking over your left shoulder. Maybe closing your eyes. Just a few very deep breaths here. And gently coming back to centre, bringing your knees back towards your chest and just rocking side to side again. So this is where you might want a block or a pillow. So this is where you're going to want a block or a pillow, whatever you have to hand. We're going to come into a supported bridge, which is a really nice way in getting in a gentle back bend without having to force it, which a lot of people have trouble with. So we're going to come to the middle height if you have a block, kind of this kind of height that you'll have. Bringing your feet roughly hip distance apart, starting to gently lift the hips upwards and bringing the block underneath your lower back. So it will just be on that triangle bone, the sacrum, just on your lower back there. Letting your hands open to the sides, keeping your knees parallel. Slight tuck of the chin down towards the chest. Just relaxing, enjoying the sensation of the knees being higher than the heart. Having a check-in, making sure your knees aren't opening out or collapsing in. And if this feels really good, if you feel like you've got a very steady base with your block, you can start to bring your hands together in front of the block and then gently just bring one leg up towards the sky. If this isn't accessible to you, that's absolutely fine. This is just an add-on. The bridge is the main purpose that we're going for here. Bringing bring that foot down. If you brought it to the sky, just make sure you do the same on the other leg. And releasing. Pushing up through the feet so that you can release the block or the pillow off to the side. Taking a few deep breaths here. Okay, so now we're going to come into happy baby pose. So this is a really good pose for getting out some of the tension that we hold in our hips. So bringing your knees in towards your chest. For some of you, you're going to stay here. Knees nice and wide, coming down towards your ribs. That's the direction that they're coming in. Flexing through your feet, and you're going to hold the pose here. Shoulders pulling down, trying to get the length of the spine flat to the floor. Okay, so this is beautiful. If you're ready to progress to the next level, if you have a little bit more space in the hips, we're going to start to bring the feet up towards the sky, keeping the knees bent and holding on to the outside of your feet, pulling them down. If you notice that your hips are coming off the floor here, just back off a little bit. You want your hips to be pushing down, knees coming down to either side of the body. You can rock from side to side. You can stay still. Breathing in deeply through your nose. And exhaling out your nose. Rocking from side to side can be really nice, just taking a bit of the tension off while still maintaining that massage through the spine, through the lower back. Coming back, hugging in your knees and bringing your feet to the floor once again. Now we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch, taking your right foot, placing it just above the left knee. If you're feeling a good stretch here, start to push the right knee outwards and stay here, just gently rocking side to side. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can start to bring the left foot off the floor, threading your hands underneath your left thigh, keeping your left foot flexed. Both feet are really active in this pose. Pushing that right knee out to emphasize the stretch. Relaxing the shoulders down. Really feeling the stretch through the hip. There shouldn't be any pain. A good stretch is a good feeling, but if it feels painful at any point, please just back off. You shouldn't be feeling any pain at all. Releasing down, releasing the right foot, bringing the left foot to the right thigh. Either staying here and pushing that hip out or lifting the right foot up, threading your hands through the gap to the back of your right thigh. Both feet activated. This helps protect your knees. Rocking side to side. Maintaining your deep, slow breath. This just helps to keep the nervous system nice and calm. Wringing everything out through your hips. And releasing. Hugging your knees into your chest one last time, hugging everything in. And then releasing out into your final relaxation. Let your shoulders fall together underneath you. Feet falling out to the side, hands wide, palms up. You might want to get a blanket and rest here for a couple of minutes in your Shavasana. Letting the deep breathing relax now, breathing in your own time. And stay here for as long as you like, getting a nice relaxation. If you're ready to start moving again, just start to wiggle through your fingers and toes, stretching out through your body, and just rolling over to the right. Pushing yourself up to seated, bringing your head up last. Coming to your comfortable seated position, hands on your knees, closing your eyes. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here. And well done. Thank you for joining me again today. Hopefully your hips and your body feel a little bit looser and you're ready to go about your day and have the best day that you can. If you enjoy this kind of movement, please follow me and look out for my weekly classes. You can also sign up to get my weekly classes direct to your inbox. The link is in bio.